I have another video for the empaths. I said empaths. I didn't say narcissists. I didn't say evil people. For the empath, your awakening is a blessing. If you're an empath that has awakened after narcissistic abuse, your awakening is a blessing in itself. By this, what I mean is that you will never see life the same. Your life will be different. You will never see life the same. You will understand how this 3D matrix operates. Because you see, so many years ago, many people used to take advantage of you. They used to take advantage of your kindness. They used to take advantage of your love. They used to take advantage of your energy. Energy vampires do exist. Okay? This is something I didn't know personally. I did not know that we have people who thrive off of other people's energy. They do not have the energy of their own. So these are soulless beings, and their mission was to feed off of other people's energy, especially empathic people. You see, because an empath is a person with a very pure energy. Why is that? You don't have any evil inside of you. You're not an evil person. Again, I always want to put a disclaimer. It doesn't always mean you are perfect. But at the same time, you're a good person. You had your bad days, you had your worst days. It wasn't easy, but still, you have always been a good person. People would come in. What do they want? You step in. What can I do for you? You loved even the people that was unlovable. You brought everyone close to you. You spent long periods, years, maybe decades, in relationships that was not serving you. So he was like the one who was serving other people. People wasn't serving you, you was serving them. It doesn't even matter if it was a narcissistic family matrix, you was serving narcissistic family members, including the narcissistic parent at the top. Schools, the same thing. In a church was the same thing. In a job place was the same thing. So you never really knew that evil exists. You would just want to, embrace everybody because that's what you do. You just bring in everybody, you embrace everyone, you wish the best for everybody, you will help them, you will love them, you will do everything for them. And then you see something normally happens because you could have done this for years, like I've said. You could have done this for years. You could have been giving away your energy for decades. But at the end of the day, you noticed that by you just being around certain people, in this case, narcissists and evil people, you have noticed that you was burning out. Your whole system was shutting down. Brain fog, sicknesses, illnesses, evil eyes, witchcraft, spells, and everything. It was just like complete chaos. As long as you was involved with these particular individuals, it was complete chaos in your life. Evil people know who you are on a spiritual level. The very moment they walk into your life, they are going to recognize the beauty of your energy. And the first thing that comes to their mind is, why are you so nice? Sometimes you might have had compliments, those kind of comments from people. Why are you so nice? Why are you too kind? Why are you doing this for them? Why are you helping this one? Why? They do not understand why you are the way you are, because that is something they cannot cultivate within themselves. This is exactly what caused people to start abusing you and abusing your presence in their lives. Evil people want to make you look like them. They want you to be like them. So whatever they was doing in your life, they used to beat down your qualities because they wanted you to shift your energy and to start looking like them. So you would lose the beautiful energy that you have, and you will go ahead and start copying them, doing what they do and living like them. That's where they wanted you to be. If I've been dealing with witches, I don't know, these kind of people, cult leaders and people like that, they wanted you gone. They wanted you gone. There is many empaths who can testify that there is people who have even attempted to poison them. There is people who have attempted to unalive them. There is people who wanted them gone. That is because you was a very good person. They didn't want you gone because you had something wrong with you. They wanted you gone because your existence was a threat in their own personal lives. They didn't know what to do with you. They didn't know what to tell you. They didn't know how to behave. They could not understand what they needed to do when they was around with you. So it was easier for them to get you out of the picture. The narcissist has been plotting from day one to destroy you. They have been plotting day by day, slowly, one step at a time. They have been carefully designing your demise. Now, if you're a good person, you do not have that on your hands. There is many people you've been dealing with. They even have got blood on their hands. They could have been killed, some people. It's what I've told you guys in one of my videos recently. I told you one of the conversations you will hear from a narcissist will be things like, they have an ex who passed away. They have an ex who killed themselves. They have an ex who is in a psychiatric ward. They have an ex who is in hospital. They have got an ex they have really messed up and destroyed. And now they're only waiting for the right time to destroy you. Let me tell you something, chosen ones. Every single day, the narcissist is plotting silently against you. It is your landlord, it is your workmates, it is your people from church, it is your parents, it is your family members. They are plotting every single day how to destroy you. Because they have wanted you to be in a certain place, in a certain corner. They have projected all this darkness onto you so that you could never be able to remember who you are. You would never be able to walk in your purpose, your divine purpose. You would never be able to wake up. So you would always be in that dark bubble whereby you would never be able to realize who you are. That's where they wanted you to be. But you see, one of the things about this situation is that when you're a good person, God will always come through for you because you're a good person. God will always come through for you. And the very first miracle that will happen in your life, if you're involved with evil people, God is going to activate you to wake up. There is something that is going to happen to that entanglement, whatever situation you are, entanglement, relationship, marriage, or whatever, friendship. Something is going to happen and you're going to be triggered to awaken. Because you see, when you do awake, you are not starting to look beyond the veil. So this is like, you've been sitting in this show. There was a very big show going on. There was these little people playing their games on stage, behind the scenes. They have been playing behind the scenes. You was clapping and you didn't even know who the actor was, who the performer was. They was behind the scenes doing these little games. You didn't know what they was doing. You wake up, the curtains are open. The veil is lifted. So for the very first time, you now have the ability to look beyond the curtains. What is happening behind the stage? Believe me, oh my, is it a shock? Is it when now you see that father you have always had a lot of respect for, the mom, your besties, your work colleagues, housemates and everything, it is now for the very first time you are able to see what have they been doing behind the scenes. The damage they have inflicted on your life, you are able to see this in broad daylight. They can no longer hide. The game they are playing isn't working anymore. Everything they are doing isn't working. Whatever they are plotting is not working because you can see through them. That is one of the most scariest part of a narcissist, when one of their victims is able to wake up to what exactly is happening and they're able to take their power back. Because the reason why these people kept you in the darkness, they stole all your power away from you, put you in a corner to suffer so that they could now thrive and carry on with their lives. But now you do wake up, you're seeing through the illusion, you're seeing through everybody, you're seeing people for who they are. Because one of the things that will happen is you can never be able to see people for what you want them to be. You know, landlords, workmates, everybody. You can never see people for what you always thought they would be or what you wanted them to be. You are simply going to see through the illusion and what they really are. It gets very uncomfortable for you, but at the same time, it gets very scary for those people. Because you see, you are now taking back your power. You're taking back control of the whole situation because they have been controlling you for decades. You are now taking back your power. You're taking back control. You're showing them how the game is played this time. And the only way you can show them how the game is played, by not playing the game at all. So their supply is gone. Why do I really believe that this whole awakening experience post narcissistic abuse is a complete blessing in itself? Because you see, one of the most empowering moments of an empath is realizing what has been playing behind the scenes, seeing people for who they are, taking all their power back and working to heal themselves. Because it is only through that means that you can never be able to step back into your true authentic power. So you can now do the things you came here to do. Because you see, I've told you one thing, my chosen ones. The enemy never wanted you to realize your dreams. If it was a landlord, they never wanted you to wake up one day, go ahead and get your own place, maybe buy your own home. They never wanted you. They wanted you in that spot so they could gain full control over you, so that they could use your energy. If it is your workmate, let's say, for example, your boss at work, they wanted you stuck in that job cycle. You could never be able to walk in your purpose and do something that fulfills your soul, fulfills you as an individual spiritually. They wanted you stuck in that cycle, give you a little bit of change so you could never be able to realize your dreams. That's what they wanted for you. And it can also apply to any setting in your life. But when you see it, what happens now? You start rising up to the top. Because you see, one of the things happens post-awakening when you wake up. One of the things you realize as a chosen one, the empaths, you will never be fearful of anything. Because you see, the only reason why the narcissist wanted you fearful, traumatized, fearful, in a little corner crying and sobbing, and they wanted you in that state because it was very easy to have control over you. But when you have risen out of that control, that fear also goes with that illusion. You are never able to fear You will never be able to fear anything ever again in your life. Because when you're working, let us all agree, when you're working, these people will, flock in left and right. They will start calling you all these names. You are insane. You know, when I woke up in the early days, those early, I think it was like weeks, when I woke up, one of the most disturbing things I heard was that I was crazy. They said I was crazy. I was crazy, they said, because I was starting to speak out. I realized who I was. I stepped back into my power, took back control of myself, of the situation, and I started speaking my truth. So for them to be able to drag you back in that corner where you've always been, they now came up with these illusions, telling everybody that you're crazy, you're insane. They were going around smearing your name and stuff like that. Because they wanted everybody on their team. They wanted everybody to believe that indeed you was crazy. I was personally told that I had to go and see a doctor. I had to go and see a specialist because something was wrong with my brain. We're talking about the narcissistic parent at the top. Ladies and gentlemen, let me promise you something. The moment your eyes open, you are going to be shocked at who has been playing around with your energy. You will be shocked. It will be unbelievable for you to wake up one day and realize who has been playing about with your energy. You will be in disbelief. The people that you trusted, the people you thought you loved, the people that was closest to you, the people who ate from your plate, the people who were sleeping in your bed, the people who was your workmates. You had jobs that you have done with these people, your bosses, your landlords. You will be shocked to see the evil that has always been playing on behind the scenes. You will be shocked, ladies and gentlemen. The things you see post-awakening, ladies and gentlemen, you cannot unsee it. You can try to wash your hand, your head, your face with clear water. You can try to, even you may want to pull yourself back to sleep, because that is how unbelievable it is. When you ever discover the evil people have been doing behind the scenes. How desperate is these witches are. How desperate is these cult leaders are. How desperate have these narcissists always been when it came to you. They wasn't bothered about anybody else, because you see, the enemy doesn't attack a person without power. The enemy only attacks the person they believe is powerful. And we're talking about powerful spiritually. We're not even bothered about ranks, who is the CEO, who is the manager, we're not even bothered with that. The enemy only attacks the person they believe is very powerful spiritually. That is the person they have always tried to break. That is you, my chosen one. But when you work, ladies and gentlemen, you cannot unsee it. You cannot unsee it. You will never allow anybody in that kind of energy, anyone, it will not even matter who they are. You will never allow any low vibrational individuals ever again in your life. You will cut them off unapologetically. You will start walking towards your destiny, and nobody will stop you, because the fear is gone. You have your power back. You have complete control of the situation, and nobody can stop you. Anybody meshes around with you, try to stop you, they're going to fall to the ground. That's what it is. Is when now you start to separate yourself from these evil entities, witches, warlords, wizards, those kind of people. You now start to separate yourself from those energies. And now you're starting to walk towards your God's given purpose. You don't have to be in a hurry, it will come to you. When it comes to you, you will know this is what was meant for you. You will be surprised as to what the enemy has been hiding behind the scenes, what the enemy has been hiding from you. The enemy has been hiding your divine purpose from you. So it is going to be the beginning of your blessings. If it hasn't yet arrived, just be patient with yourself. It will. As long as you know how to do the work, as long as you learn how to set boundaries for yourself, as long as you know who you want, as long as you know who you are, you'll always find out where it is you need to go and where it is you want to be. Motivation video for today. Let us know in the comment section below what you think about the video. You guys know I do love and appreciate your support. Please book a session. You may donate or support my channel if you want to. Everything you need, you will find it in the description below. And until then, I'll catch you guys in my next one. Denzon was signing out. Much love and blessings. Peace.